am with Carly Denham, Centre Force DJ. Oh my god, that set was unreal. The energy of this lady.
Honestly, I love it. Like with every part of me, I'm literally buzzing. I cannot describe how good it feels. There are no drugs or anything else that can replicate what that makes you feel like. Honestly,
It's absolutely amazing. Oh my god. Where did you get your love for music from?
So I started as a young girl.
We've got to snuggle in. We're snuggling in.
I started as a young girl with a dream, basically, and I followed that dream for a long time. Started collecting vinyl when I was really small, like 9 or 10.
So someone told me that, well actually I read it, I've done a bit of research. So Carly basically couldn't afford the decks, is that right?
Yeah.
And that's how you started collecting vinyl.
Yeah, and just started to go to raves and stuff like that as I got older, you know, just loving it, like music's my thing. So yeah, and I just literally one day said to myself, I'm going to do this. Like I used to look at the DJs in awe, like I want to be that, like I have to do that.
But it has been, because I've told you this before, but I had my own show on Channel 4. I've interviewed DJ Sassy and Sister Bliss. But I know it was a long time ago in the 90s, but when I interviewed them, there was such a struggle for the women to be taken seriously as a female DJ because it was such a boys' club in the industry. How do you feel about it now in 2022?
I've got kind of mixed feelings, really. It has previously been harder. I've been in the game now for 22 years.
You don't look that old, Carly.
I am, trust me. So initially, in the beginning, it was a lot more niche than it is today. There are so many more events nowadays, so many more opportunities. I mean, there are academies, all sorts of things that can kind of, you know, help staircase you into the industry naturally. Whereas back in the day, it wasn't like that, and you kind of had to really network with people and stuff like that. And being a female,
I was going to say, but do you think it's still, we're not men haters, we're just saying the fact because of history and women being at home a lot more in the past, do you think it's still a bit of a struggle for female DJs?
It definitely wasn't a girl thing to do. Like as I say, like sort of the late 90s, early 90s was when I really started to get into it, and I bought my decks and things like that. Obviously, I already had loads of vinyl because I've been collecting for years.
And then everything changed to digital, to MP3.
I had an absolute diva fit. I hated it at first because I love vinyl, but it has really changed since then because, like I said, I've spent many years kind of climbing the ladders, so to speak. Whereas now, people I find can get into it a lot quicker. So I think that's a big thing, not just being a female. I mean, obviously back in the day it was very much a boys' club, you know. So little 5'2" me stepping up to the decks, they'd be like, "You got a boyfriend?"
You're joking?
No.
Oh my god!
Or they kind of look at me and go,
but you are.
What's she gonna do?
You are very. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you're very stunning.
Oh, thank you.
You do have a beautiful personality, and inside and out too. And you have got the most amazing smile and energy. And I think that's maybe when sometimes people go, "Oh, I wonder if she is actually talented."
A lot of people, when I come off the deck, sometimes I go, "I was not expecting that from you."
She's a powerful woman. And what gave you that? What gave you that fire in your belly to do so well in life?
Well, I think I'm naturally the sort of person, if you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it with abundance.
Like me.
That's just who I am, really. But as well, I had my son when I was really young, I was 17. And it gave me a lot of time when he was small, because obviously I couldn't go out raving as much anymore.
That must have been really difficult.
Yeah, it was tough, but I've got a good family and support network, so, you know, it worked out. But in that time, I kind of used it to teach myself to DJ. And my attitude always was like, you know, if I get to play outside my front room, that's going to be amazing.
But I'm a single mum, so I know and empathise with you how hard it can be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when on earth did you find time to actually fit that in between working or studying and like having a child?
Good question. So I used to literally, this is how dedicated I was, probably quite geeky, but this is how much I love music. So I used to get up before work, 6 in the morning, set my alarm, get up, put the headphones on, mix in my headphones.
Oh my gosh, dedication.
So as not to wake my son up before school. I'd have like about an hour, and then I would literally start waking him up and getting ready, and I'd drop him off to school and go my son now, and my son now
That was my next
DJs as well.
question. Yeah, my next question must be
So-
telepathic.
Yeah.
My next question was, I've heard that your son is a DJ and you play back to back.
Do you know
and
what?
That must be amazing.
Yes, I told you the other day, didn't I? I had so many pinch me moments when we spoke on the phone. I mean, these are definitely some of them, absolutely. But yeah, getting on centrals and then bringing my son to play back to back was
What a feeling, what a feeling.
It was amazing. I mean, it's something you never see, like mother and son back to back.
Do you know what I'd like to do? I would love, I mean, I don't make the rules, I'm not the Centre Force admin, but I would love to see a competition between Carly Denham and your son and someone like DJ SP and Ashton J.
That would be
back
awesome.
to back,
Absolutely.
father and son, mum and son, and a back to back, like kind of like a not a friendly competition.
mix-off,
I
yeah.
think that would be
Yeah,
wicked. And
absolutely.
DJ Ashton has played on
I'm
Centre
down.
Force, so yeah, if
he's
you're up
amazing.
for it,
Yeah.
get it sorted.
He
I
played
reckon.
earlier. He was awesome.
We were
Yeah.
watching him. We've interviewed them as well. So
Absolutely
I
brilliant.
also want to ask, so because you are a woman of many talents, not just a DJ, but she's been in a book as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm in 3 published books now,
Wow.
which is amazing. Again, massive gratitude for that
Achievements as well, yeah.
and achievement, something I could never have dreamed of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in 2 Centre Force books.
Okay.
There was an original one when Centre Force first kind of came back together, and then there was the one that most people probably know that was published in a larger way, and that was the Centre Force book.
Yeah. And then Lady of the House.
And then
as well.
Lady of the House,
Yeah.
I was invited to make an entry into that.
that's so amazing.
Which is, I still can't get over that book.
It's still like, can I pinch you?
Yeah,
I'll pinch you.
literally. There is every female artist and DJ in there that you can think of. I mean, we're talking Jocelyn Brown, Sam
Wow.
Divine, like some of my absolute idols.
Just to be alongside of them in
and
a
then
book.
it's not me.
Oh my God! You're not technology
that's-
because you are a fireball. I haven't met
I have
Carly.
a go.
I've met you today, haven't I?
Yes.
But we spoke on the phone,
Yes.
and our energy is very similar.
Yeah.
And I just see you as this bundle of fireball energy, and you are just going to go straight to the top in my eyes.
I hope
yeah,
so.
you
But
are.
I've enjoyed every step of my journey, and I hope long may it continue. That's all I think.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I just never turn down an opportunity. I just love it. I love the people, the scene, the music, everything about it. Is
And
just,
can I just ask, what is it about music that you love? What is it?
there's just nothing that has ever. I guess I know it sounds a bit spiritual maybe, but there has been nothing. There's been nothing on this earth that's ever made me feel as alive as music does. It is just in me. It's
in
my
our
core.
veins.
Yeah, literally. And I don't know where I get that from. My parents worked in a musical. I just grew up that way.
You just came out of the womb going like that, DJing.
Yeah, literally. I used to follow all the pirate stations back in the day, like before I became a DJ. So I think that helped me kind of. I would never be the DJ I am today if it wasn't for the pirate scene and things like that. And yeah, following my icons, like such as DJ Ramsey. I absolutely adore DJ Ramsey. Followed him for years. Used to go and watch him play out and everything else. Never even got to speak to him like back in the 90s, and I had his vinyl, still got loads of his vinyl, and yeah, we play on the same radio station. I'm like that, and Rat Pack, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're a sick well done, well done.
You're a really good one, mate.
Thank you.
You're amazing, and you're
Thank
beautiful.
you.
See, so many groupies and fans. You just can't like fight them off.
Lovely, it really is.
And one more question. So, what's it like to be part of the family at Centre Force?
Do you know what? There are not many words for me to really describe how wonderful it is. I owe a lot to Centre Force, the opportunities that I've gained since being with them, and they're just amazing people, just amazing like-minded people. Like I've never felt like I fit so much as I do with Centre Force.
And you played at was it through Centre Force you played at Cockstock?
Kind of.
not?
I mean,
Okay.
I knew them from the scene, the people at Cowork on the scene before, but I suppose Centre Force definitely helped pave the way, and playing get the Centre Force gigs, which are amazing.
Video bomb. Sorry.
It's all fun.
No, it's all part. I love it. I love it. I love this. Is all part of like filming the best bits
Yes,
normally, to be honest.
absolutely. But no, I literally, all the management, everyone's so supportive.
Yeah.
Like DJs, listeners. Oh my goodness! Like literally, if Carlsberg did listeners, I always say that on my show, every radio show, because they're just amazing. They're like, I guess how I was like back in the day, like listening to pirate stations.
We feel, I feel like part of a, you know, when I do my little shout outs to Jessica Bell and Sparklings,
wonderful.
I feel like part of a family, and it helped me through the pandemic when I was feeling really down.
Oh, 100%. But if it wasn't for the listeners, I feel like it wouldn't necessarily be what it is, because although we're a wealth of talent, the listeners literally make the experience. Because if I'm sitting there, I love music, and if I'm sitting there playing to myself, like, I'll enjoy it, but nowhere near as much as getting the response and the encouragement from the Centre Force family. It's unbeatable, literally.
And I'm going to ask
I feel
you,
so blessed to be part of it.
I'm going to ask you a couple of silly questions now.
Go for it.
So, if you were on a desert island and you already had your decks and your, you know, records, MP3, whatever it is,
Generator.
you would have a generator. Yeah, you would have a generator, and you'd have your son. What other two items would you have to have? Your must-haves.
Oh my god, I think that would be it. What would I need? My desk, my music, and my son.
Oh,
I'm happy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do another question then.
Pair of speakers, maybe. Set of speakers, some headphones, maybe.
I'm gonna ask
Yeah, that
one
would
more
help.
question. Okay, so what is one of your worst habits?
One of my worst habits. I love chewing gum. I'm always chewing gum, and when people watch me on the 883 TV, I give them away, and I must really be chewing. It helps me concentrate. I can't help it, and I like gum. So I get called Miss Bubble Gum sometimes.
Excellent. And one serious question. So we're here today to support his charity.
Yes.
Can you just tell me a little bit why you obviously come here today to play for his?
For an absolute number of reasons. I've got lots of family and friends who have been affected, like with mental health, both male and female, but I feel like because of how it's been historically with men, and they seem to kind of not open up as much and things like that, it's really close to my heart, and anything I can do to kind of support that is, you know, you can't not. It's all for the right cause, isn't it? So, but why not? You know, I've loved it and enjoyed it as well.
Oh my God!
So,
Oh, thank you so much, Carly. I feel really privileged. To be honest, I enjoyed interviewing everyone, but I have to say I was particularly excited about interviewing today. So I'm going to give you a hug. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you.